Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Dr. Nazia, our lecturer for genetic of aquaculture animals. Today, I am going to present about hybridization of sea cucumber Apocyticopus japonicus. Sea cucumber are echinoderm from class Holoturidae. It has leathery skin and an ungulated body containing a single branch gonad. These marine mammals can be found off seafloor worldwide. There are about 1,770 species worldwide, and the greatest number are in Asia Pacific region. Some of the species are cultivated in aquaculture system, and it is commonly referred to as trepang, namako, bichhide me, or ballast. Sea cucumber has an important role in ecosystem such as help recycle nutrient, breaking down detritus and other organic matter. Oposthychopus japonicus or Japanese spikely sea cucumber has cylindrical body with blunt through protuberance. For its anterior, there is a mouth surrounded by a ring of short feeding tentacle, and its posterior is its anus. There are three different color mobs for the particular species: red, green, and black. This table is its taxonomy, and the conservation status is declared as in the Gazette. Okay, now we look at its distribution and habitat. I can be found along the coast of Russia, China, Japan, and Korea. The range extends from Alaska and Sakhalin Island to the Amami Island, Japan. The red mobs can be found on gravel bed offshore at depth of 40 meters or deeper. As for the green and black, they can be found intermingle on muddy and sandy bottom are shallower depth. This species can be found on slide substrate among grouts of the red alga and in oyster beds in lagoon in southern Sakhalin, Russia. The spawning can be induced in lab by breeding temperature, which the adult are kept, or by use of the neurophytid cobeprin. The planktonic larva will develop through several stages, undergoing metamorphosis and becoming juveniles. They live in temperate seas. So, when the water suddenly heats up excessively during summer, they will undergo hybridization during this process, the feeding will stops. They got degenerate, their metabolism will slow down, and will lose weight. These species are commercially harvested throughout its distribution. In Japan, different color moths have different price and have their own unique tastes. Japanese spikely sea cucumber are the most important commercial species in Asia and has a longest history of exploitation. China has been producing 10,000 ton dry whites from aquaculture to supply local demand. The highest capture fisheries producer of this species is Japan. Conservation action, the price of the species is very high when cultured. Compare the wild-caught high-grade species. All countries in Asia region generally has been lacking in conservation measures for the sea cucumber fisheries except for Japan. A study of hybridization between Russian A. japonicus and China's A. japonicus has been conducted in China. The study was approved by relate agency and you can read it at below part of this slide. This is the hybrid A. japonicus RC that we achieved using responsible crossing. This table shows the differences between the parent species and its hybrid. For the survival rate, the hybrid has higher rate than the parent species. The survival trait that they want to obtain in the hybrid species is the papillae because it is the most commercially important trait in marketability of this species, whether it is living, boiler, and die. The term hybridization is a mating of genetically differentiated individual or groups and may involve crossing individuals within a species or crossing individual between spread species. It is technique that's often asked by aquaculturists in producing aquatic organisms which desire traits. It is also one of the simple, inexpensive, and potential tools of enhancement program in physics and widely used to increase growth, manipulate sex ratio, increase disease resistances, and so on. The technique has its pros and cons. For its pros, it can increase the growth rate through manipulation of sex ratio, where we can reduce unwanted reproduction that will cause overpopulation and stunning. Production of sterile animal is both pros and cons because if we look at the bright side, I can reduce unwanted reproduction to improve growth rate by overloading, channeling energy into reproduction. One function of hybridization is to combine traits from different species to increase the overall production of marketability of a culture species. Increase environmental and disease tolerance will help keep culture population healthy. For the cons, it may contribute to loss of BLT because it gives little room for evolutionary expansion further in future. It also can only maximize good traits, better thus removing bad. Therefore, in the future, the whole species can end up with the some bad traits, which can lead to species without a dispersion in gain disability can actually cause genetic mutilation too. Many hybrids can only be produced through induced spawning, artificial fertilization. Thus, a lot of work in both. Last but not least, hybrid tends to become invasive species and it is harm to wild population. In conclusion, through some reading of scientific article about hybridization of Apocycopus japonicus, the process is conducted so that the desirable trait between the Russian A. japonicus and China's A. japonicus can be transferred into the hybrid A. japonicus RC, which is the papalier, the most commercially important traits in marketability, whether it is living, boiled, or dry. Through this process, it has its own advantages and disadvantages that can be avoided on taken into precaution. For recommendation, I suggest Thus, further research must be conducted so that these species population will not be extinct in the future because of the high demand of it, and a standard procedure in handling these species must be enforced so that people will realize the importance of this species to environment. Thank you.